We're very lucky in this sale to have been entrusted with the collection of Dr. Gerald Moore, who died a couple of years ago at the grand old age of 91. We first came across him in 1993 when we were all part of Sotheby's, and we put on a house sale for him at Heathfield Park over in East Sussex, which he'd originally bought in 1963. He was a remarkable man, and despite his diminutive stature, made up for it in spades by his boundless enthusiasm in so many different fields of life. He was a true polymath. Born in 1926, his dad was a dentist and his mother a pianist. His dad lost all his money in the 1929 crash, and they moved into very, very modest circumstances in Bermondsey. After he left school, he was involved as a child actor and starred in as a child actor with Thora Hird and various other people. But his career was always being steered towards dentistry, but also having qualified as a dentist, he then went on to qualify as a doctor as well. None of this stopped him getting engaged in a number of other projects, and at Heathfield Park he established a motor museum, and at its peak I think there were 100,000 people a year coming round. He had a safari park there. Whatever he turned his hand to, he managed to make a success of. So back in 1993, myself and my colleague Dendy Easton, who'll be commenting on some of his pictures, were organising the sale for him, and as luck would have it, the BBC spotted a good story and actually made a documentary of us filming the contents of the sale, with many interviews with Gerry and also ourselves. So following his death a couple of years ago, we've now got a large collection of his sculpture, his pictures, which we're selling, and also Bellman's, our neighbouring auctioneer house down the road in Wisborough Green, are selling also some pictures, and as well as the contents of his home. Now, in many ways, this is one of the most impressive pieces that he made, certainly in terms of scale, and made in bronze, probably made in the 1990s. And it's interesting, both in the pictures and in the sculpture, you can follow the progression of his styles as various things took interest. He actually did exhibit his pictures at one stage alongside David Hockney, but this very large example, I think we've got an estimate of 6,000 to 10,000, which is actually remarkably modest. The only sad thing is there isn't a foundry stamp on it. We know that he used both Burleyfield and Singer foundries to cast his work, who were amongst the former